It is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and it is day 7 of Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And today's exclusive sketch is from Sarah Thorne. So I will have what I know for her linked down below. And I am using the June kits from Color Rush Studio, and I am using one of the exclusive cut files. And I originally cut it out in white, not exactly sure what papers I was going to use. I was like, I'm just going to get this cut. And the reason I wanted to use this cut file is because I am going to do, I guess you would say, the left-hand side. This looks like a double page to me. And so it's got those big circular elements and 2 photos. So I cut this cut file twice, and you can see it there. And I'm going to use those as those circular bits. So I decided I wanted to use this cloud paper because it's one of my favorites in the kits. And I figured that doing white on white was just not going to stand out. And so I was like, oh, I probably should have cut it out in black cardstock. And then I was like, why do I need to cut it out again? I have some black distress ink, and I'm just going to use that and color my cut file. So just kind of a thought, if you're doing cut files and you're not sure necessarily what you're going to use it, if you cut it out in white, I mean, I know we all have a lot of inks and paints and all kinds of stuff. You could completely change the color, but then it's kind of there ready to go. And so I love the fact that it's kind of not rusticy, but the cut file now is not just a solid color. Even though I only used black, my ink coloring, I guess you could say, was not consistent all the way through. So it's got like lighter areas and darker areas, and I think I actually like it better than if I was to have cut it out again in black cardstock, which you totally could have done, and then you would have had to. But this was my thought process. So I have 2 pictures of us going into Universal Studios, and I backed them in white, and then I'm going to back them in this pretty red and pink floral. So they're in front of, so this is the one in California. So there's the big like globe thing. So we got my daughter's picture there, and then she took our picture on like the red carpet going into the park. And so I decided to use those. So I can't even remember if I got one of her on the red carpet or not. I'll have to go back and look. Like, I printed a bunch of the pictures, and I'm assuming I printed the pictures I wanted to scrapbook, but now I think I need to go back and just double check. Maybe I had only picked a few. Sorry, I had to turn off my notifications because apparently everybody just needs to tell me something while I'm doing a voiceover. So I've got those put down, and I felt like this one was just a smidge wide. And so I'm just going to take my small paper trimmer and go from there. So now it's time to basically put these together. And so I'm just going to add a little bit of adhesive to the corner to just kind of keep it in place. And then I will be adding more adhesive later, but I'm not sure at this point, like if I want to put things under it. I'm just not sure. So I'm going to actually put my photos opposite of what you see in the sketch. It's going to kind of just stay in one diagonal. And in the sketch, there's this pink line, and I am going to use some of this frazzle. I'm going to use the black frazzle, bring in some more of that black. I'm not going to have it go all the way past the other photo. I'm just going to keep it under the photo of my husband and I. And so it's got a little shelf, whereas the photo on the bottom is sitting on the cut file, so it kind of has a shelf already. Now, there's not a lot of embellishing per se on the sketch, but it does have these little arrows coming out. And so instead of doing the arrows on the bottom photo, I decided to take some of the layered hearts, and I'm going to put those on the side of the photo just like those little arrows are. So I'm trying to decide where I want a journaling spot, and ultimately to the right here by those hearts is going to be the best for me. I'm not sure that I have I'm not sure I have a lot to say. I'm not sure if I'm going to say this was kind of our impromptu, like bring that in or not. So it will stay blank until all of this trip photos are done, and then I will do all my journaling at once. So I'm not just repeating myself, because I don't know. I'm not the biggest journaler anyway, but I feel like I do need to get it down. But I don't want it over there over and over and over. So to finish off with some embellishing, I found like the tiny little ephemera border strip. I'm going to put that on top of my frazzle there just to increase that shelf. I was going to say border, but shelf. And then I have these cute acrylic sunglasses. And so one of the inserts is a heart. So I decided to move that acrylic down to those hearts instead of having 3 of them. And I'm also going to move the glasses down to that shelf as well. So I'm not sure if I actually leave that little tab up there at the top. Yes, I do. So I went off screen, glued everything down. I added my title with the thickers, and it says, "Here we go." So now I'm going to take a little bit of relaxing time and play with some sequins. So my plan is kind of every other little swoop is going to get some sequins. So some of the big like center half circles will get some will just get some in the lines, and I also will fill those glasses with sequins as well. So I don't make you watch all of that, obviously. So I do have some close-ups here for you so you can kind of see what I did with those sequins, because I absolutely love how that turns out. So that's going to do it for me today. I will have the playlist for 30 days of sketches. I will also have information for the shop link down below so you can get your hands on this kit. It is just stunning. So here is my final layout. If you have any questions, please leave them down below. And remember to wear your crown. We'll see you next time. Bye.